Hi everybody. Hi everybody. This is your friend Daniel Hutchins. We're back again for another article discussion. Yes, another article discussion from our friends Comic Book Resources. Okay, so we're back on Comic Book Resources, but we are taking a break of the channel, the other channel, and we are posting on this channel. Now, if you're not subscribed to this channel, it's basically called Daniel Hutchins Random Shit, but it's S with a $sign. Now, if you guys don't see it, then chances are it probably being more lower down in your search results. But aside from that, y'all, we are taking a break from Hutchins Hut 2, but we will be back on Hutchins Hut 2 on the 14th. So we are expanding the content. We're trying to grow some of the content on this channel, Daniel Hutchins Random Shit with a $sign. And we are going to be reading from comic book resources. Alright, so we're going to be doing our first ever comic book resources on this channel. The first comic book resources discussion from this history of this channel. Okay, so aside from all that yipper yapper, we are going to be talking about Mark Hamill. Yes, we're going to be talking about Mark Hamill. The actor Mark Hamill. Okay, Mark Hamill from Star Wars. Yes, Mark Hamill from Star Wars. Videos of Mark Hamill being mistreated by autograph chasers has all of his fans outraged. Original Star Wars actor Mark Hamill, recent experience with autograph chasers has left fans outraged with video surface. 9 hours ago. Okay, so you know what that means. It's controversy. Join the controversy train, everybody. It's a video controversy. Controversy, you know me, it's controversy. Woo woo. So basically, it's the same thing we did on our other channel, just it's videos of controversy. But we're talking about Star Wars controversy, which is probably the top controversy we have. But again, fans are outraged after footage circulated online showing autograph chasers harassing the actor Mark Hamill from Star Wars. Videos posted from Twitter users on May the 7th show Hamill can be seen in the back seat of an SUV as he is hounded by a crowd of autograph chasers. Mark Hamill and his driver attempted to escape this crowd, but people continue shoving their memorabilia and photos through the open window of the vehicle. One of those has even visibly hurts the actor. Now again, in response, many fans have expressed their anger and disappointment at the situation from the comments. Okay, so but it is related to this article, how Star Trek has become more like Star Wars in the 21st century. We're not talking about Star Trek, we're talking about Star Wars, so let's keep going. Hamill later tweeted in the same video, added hashtag the downside of celebrities. Mark Hamill's rise to fame. It all started in 1970 when he had his appearance on The Bill Cosby Show, The Night Gallery, and General Hospital, long before that of 1977 Star Wars, which rose to his superstardom. Since then, Hamill's been synonymous with the Star Wars franchise, as well as the actor of the Joker from the Batman animated series, and numerous films, TV shows, and video games. Okay, you already probably shall know that already. But returning to Star Wars though, Hamill has also put his iconic character Luke Skywalker to force for good in the real world for varieties of charity, fundraising, and humanitarian efforts, lending his voice to English versions of Ukrainian air alert apps. That's kind of weird. The latest article, why C-3PO memory was wiped in Star Wars but not R2-D2's. Well, that's a good question, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about someone else. A Star Wars legend. So most recently, Hamill hit the set of Star Wars video game called Jedi Survivor. He helps out Cameron Monaghan in his training as the highly anticipated Jedi Survivor, who is in this new hotly anticipated video game. Promotional videos have also showed Hamill can be seen throwing popcorn at blindfolded Monaghan against his various largely unsuccessful training Jedi techniques. Though things have slowly been brighter now for Monaghan coaching from Hamill, again through largely playing the game himself. Okay, despite Hamill's instantly recognizable voice and visage, fellow Star Wars fan, also who's portrayed a villain as Snoke in Force Awakens, has also reprised in 2017 Last Jedi, has recalled the embarrassing moment he made upon his actor. He was invited for dinner, of a sort of inaugural dinner. It was the first time of gathering people together, he said, explaining how Hamill compliments his work while sitting next to him. He's added that after several times what doing on the film, he finally stated definitely, "I am Luke Skywalker." Alright, but that's because he is Luke Skywalker. Okay? Source is Twitter. Okay. So we're going back to the main page of comic book resources. And we're going to find something that's not so controversial. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about Bradley Cooper. What's going on with actor Bradley Cooper? Well, that's a good question. What's going on with Bradley Cooper? We know Bradley Cooper from Guardians of the Galaxy, and he said he would happily follow James Gunn over to DC. So good news now broke that now Bradley Cooper, who's the voice actor for Rocket Raccoon, reveals that now Bradley Cooper is happily able to join the DC universe if James Gunn came to him with a project or a role. That's some good news because Bradley Cooper is one of my favorite celebrities, of if not the most favorite celebrity I have from Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, so Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and all the other movies star Bradley Cooper recently shared he would gladly join the DC universe if James Gunn calls him. Now, speaking of Entertainment Tonight on Los Angeles premiere of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, he said he would be interested in joining the DC universe now that Gunn's running the show, with his friend Peter. "I would go wherever James would tell me," he said. He voices Rocket Raccoon for the whole trilogy and also from Avengers 3 and Avengers 4. Also, we know actor and director hasn't even given much thought to which character he would play and direct the project with, but he did share he is a huge fan of Peacemaker. So he said the television series Gunn wrote is particularly directed for HBO Max. He says, "I love Peacemaker." He loves the series too. He's admitted it. Also, I thought it was incredible. It blows me away. I'm just glad he's working, making movies and television in DC universe. Okay, so the latest article, Bradley Cooper's Rocket Raccoon is inspired actually by a classic movie gangster. We're not talking about that, we're talking about something else. Cooper isn't the first Guardians of the Galaxy actor to express interest of carrying over with Gunn to DC. Karen Gillan, who also plays Nebula, also had previously shared she would be up to playing Poison Ivy to the big screen. "I thought it would be nice to be Poison Ivy," she said. The actress also shared that she would almost accept any role that Gunn has offered her. "Honestly, James asked me to play an alien that sits in a background that doesn't talk. Well, I would say yes, because working out with him is the great joy in my career so far," she said. So the Marvel Cinematic Universe star is in Superman Legacy. Yeah, there's some new news I have to catch you guys maybe up on with other stuff later about the Superman Legacy updates, which I probably will get to some point either this week or next week. I'll tell you some updates on Superman Legacy, since that's a highly anticipated movie. Now, with Volume 3 now in the theaters, Gunn is to turn his direction entirely over to DC Universe. The DC Universe is now writing and directing Superman Legacy, which is a reboot of the Superman film that doesn't go all the way to his origin, just casts him right from the modern day when he was basically following him as a life as a reporter at the Daily Planet, we already said. Now again, Gunn has recently revealed on Twitter though that the Guardians actor would appear in the upcoming movie, responding to the fan who tweeted, "Will any of the cast members in Guardians of the Galaxy be in Superman Legacy?" He said yes. He said yes. The latest article, Deathstroke, also wants to see Ben Affleck's movie become a film. But we're not talking about Deathstroke or Ben Affleck. We're talking about something else. The Guardians of the Galaxy blast off to save Rocket Raccoon. So in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the beloved band of misfits, life has been upended on the echo of Rocket's turbulent past. Star-Lord has been through the past with his loss of Gamora, his mom, and his dad, and Yondu, but the rest of the Guardians are on a dangerous mission to save Rocket. So now they have to save Rocket now. So this will bring the Cosmic Team in a different conflict with both Adam Warlock and the High Revolutionary. We already said Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is currently playing in the theaters now. Sources are from our friend Twitter. Okay. Now, I wouldn't say Twitter is necessarily a friend some of the time, but most of the time they are. I say most of the time they are, but some of the time they could be kind of, know-it-alls. Anyway, we're going to keep going. Yes, we're going to keep going. Alright, what else is happening? What else is happening? Okay. So what's going on with Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy? Well, that's a good question, because Gamora's last appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe was Zoe Saldana in James Gunn film Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. What makes it the most of Gamora's return? Hold on. We should see. Come on. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. I want to see it. Come on, come on. Damn it. I hope it opens. I hope it opens. Oh my goodness. Come on, it shouldn't be that fucking hard. I should just fucking go. Seriously? Did I really lose the article? Come on. That shouldn't be that bad. There we go. We had to hit the back button and go back again because it went to a different page. But okay. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 makes the most of Gamora's return. So likely with this being the last appearance of Gamora, played by Zoe Saldana, James Gunn has saved the best for the last. Okay, so what is going on with Gamora? Well, that's a good fucking question, because this contains spoilers from the movie now in theaters. You have been warned. The plethora of protagonists in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Gamora has experienced a big change since her last appearance. Naturally, because she's been through a lot, both with the snap of Thanos and undoing taking place of Volume 2. Gamora has died, but again, a younger version came back in the time heist in Endgame. She is an all different retrospects person than she was a short while ago from that. So there were actually two Gamoras. If you guys did not know that, then you are really a Patrick Star living under a rock. But let's keep going. But those changes become one of the Guardians of the Galaxy's biggest joys. Zoe Saldana has presumably said goodbye to her character with the best turn ever. Her status is a huge question. A huge question. Going in especially considering Peter Quill's romantic attachment to her. And again, the actor has made a little secret about her desire to move on a lackluster performance that might have soured the entire film. Instead, she moves in a fresh, surprising direction, ensuring that she departs on a high note. Everything we know about the relationships of Guardians of the Galaxy, the best comics, and powers, villains, members, and relationships. We're not talking about that, we're talking about someone else. But again, we have all these stupid pop-up ads popping up in the fucking way. So, hold on. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Gamora is a variant with no feelings of Quill. No feelings of Quill. There were no feelings for Quill. Okay, Gamora and Peter Quill had fell in love during the first two films, only to get torn apart by Infinity War. Thanos has abducted and ultimately had sacrificed the Gamora in order to gain a Soul Stone, as the only being in the galaxy that he truly loves. Her murder is the only way he could claim the gem. So Quill and most of the other Guardians have succumbed to the snap shortly thereafter, returning 5 years later once the Hulk has restored everyone during the events of Endgame. Gamora, who was killed before the snap, did not return with them. No, she did not. They did not. Come on. Hold the fucking phone. Where the fuck is the rest of the article? You son of a biscuit. You son of a biscuit. You're telling me I don't see the rest of these damn words? Come on. This is fucking bullshit. Come on. I should be able to see the rest of the fucking article, CBR. Come on now. Come on. I know you played games with me before, but now's not the good time to do that. Come on, let's go. I want to see the rest of the shit. Come on, show me the rest of the shit. Okay. But again, like we said, oh my god. So a version of her did, however, from the time heist of Endgame, was the 2014 version. Yes, the 2014 version. She's the 2014 version. She was before the snap, so she claimed all the Infinity Stones to have one go. But that includes her and the 2014 also. So that's basically a point where it's all made up her mind to leave Thanos, but not yet mind again with Peter. Again, Sister Nebula convinced her to change the side, but again she vanquished from the final battle to whereabouts unknown. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 now opens with Peter still actively pinning on for her. Of course he is. Now the latest article, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Cast and Character Guide. We don't need to know the whole list. We're just talking about the fucking movie. We don't need a whole list of the character guide. We just know the characters. Okay. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 reveals the difference in Gamora since Endgame. This is very important. From the beginning, Saldana in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 reveal how much her character has changed without the Guardian sense of purpose or Peter's love. She is harsher, she is wilder, and she has fewer principles. She joined the Ravagers again, but her skills have come in handy, but embraced her mercenary side in the ways a former self never did. That leaves her to wonder the sharper yet bolder moves she has also makes her quite willing to cross certain lines, like killing people that horrify her former cohorts. Okay, her relationship with Peter is dramatically different as well. The more formulaic movie would seek the return to the status quo where let Star-Lord win her back in some way. Instead, the two reach for a more platonic understanding, respecting each other, feeling, and ultimately going a separate way. Gamora now ends up back with the Ravagers, while Peter is half a galaxy away, trying to know his grandfather. Now, both of them finished the movie at peace, but the past and halfie was where they landed. More importantly, though, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 respects those changes, which allows Gamora to grow and fresh into unexpected directions we've seen as a result. It also gives her a closure while still leaving the door open for a return, letting the actress now depart from the role on her terms, sticking to dismount on her way out. It leaves the audience wanting for her more, but again she's not, and which is the best way for a character and performer like to say goodbye. To see Gamora's send-off, you need to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is now in the theaters. Okay. So, you want to know what else is going on? I can tell you what else is going on while I have my hand over my head and my remote in my hand, and I'm just kind of shirtless right now. If you don't see from the head down, I'm wearing no shirt, and I'm just wearing my underpants. So there you go. Hold on. We are going to go back to the comic book resources page again. Hopefully talk about one more thing and then share it to YouTube. Come on. Should not be that fucking hard, people. Do I seriously have to type the whole fucking thing in? Apparently I do. Because the internet is being a fucking bitch. A fucking bitch. A fucking bitch. So we are going back because CBR is being a fucking bitch. We have to reload the fucking article page again because it's being a fucking bitch. Just like we said the first 5 or 6 or 7, 8 times. We are trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Because it's being a fucking bitch. Alright, come on. CBR. Answer. Answer to me now, Internet. I am your ruler. I control you. You gotta do what I say. You gotta do what I say, CBR, because you are what I want to read. If you don't let me read what I want to read, there are serious fucking problems with you. Oh, that's probably why I don't have it in private browsing. That's probably why That's one of the reasons it wasn't working the other time. Or the other time, or the other time, or the other time. Because we realized, once we found out the trick of how to go in the private browsing under Bing search engine instead of Google, we can pretty much fucking go into it right away. Come on. It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to figure out how to go in private internet browsing. All you have to do is turn on your private browser. That's all you have to fucking do. It's just as simple as that. Okay, we need to figure out what else is going on. We promised you guys one more thing, so we're going to follow that promise. There is one more thing we want to talk about if we can find it. Okay. Where are the best experiences for farming in the new Star Wars game? Okay, where are the best spots for experience farming? Yes, farming is part of the Star Wars universe, believe it or not. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the best spots for farming. One of the skill traits in Jedi Survivor is very huge, and it is quickly to farm for experience. You have to farm. Yes, like Farmville. Like fucking Farmville. Except only it's more RPG. Alright? Again, quickly farming for experience. Here again are the best spots to go farming on Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Where are the places you can go farm? Well, again, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is a massive, huge fucking game. RPG game. It also has players to invest quite a lot of time to it if they want to go into full play. But again, this is especially true in regard to the game skill trees. Many of them have different abilities and upgrades to the player disposal. Again, it's hard to know where to begin, let alone gain enough experience to completely max it to the full. Again, thankfully though, fans of Jedi Survivor will now have to look for ways to easily farm. Yes, they have to farm, just like fucking Farmville. Just like fucking Farmville, only more action-based. Jedi Survivor now has ways to easily farm for experience points since day one. They made that a priority, or at least a portion of the game, that is easier to complete. Methods are very specific, however. Not everyone will have time to experiment how to farm. Cause fucking look, 1977, you look at Star Wars, you look at where Luke Skywalker came from. His Uncle Owen and his aunt, whoever, were fucking farmers, okay? They're fucking farmers, okay? So with that in mind, here's a quick rundown of the 2 best ways to have farming experience in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Okay, Fort Kalon. Fort Kalon is an area that is tough but provides a lot of experience. The first method for farming experience in Star Wars Jedi Survivor is found in Fort Kalon. It's on the planet Kobo. Fort Kalon is a very dangerous area, so many players need to wait even just a second for even third visits to a planet in order to begin attempting to actually build this experience. So again, beginning to head by Fort, which is only roughly halfway between the Ramblers Reach outpost and the crashed Lord Shahak spaceship. Once players have unlocked the meditation point from Fort Kalon, they have to basically use this experience farm method. So basically they have to farm from that. So there is this large building next to the meditation point where there are several stormtrooper helmets and droid parts and spikes. If players run to the front door of that building, they can use Cal's double jump ability to reach the tops of the door. Then quickly hop on the roof. Once the players should see a long bridge above that where it's left to them. If players quickly manage to transition the resting place from the meditation point to climbing up the building's roof, they shall see 2 Bedlam Smasher type enemies running across that bridge. Okay? Players will also need to be aware of several droid troopers stationed on the roof to charge and attack them. But if the player avoids them and quickly uses force pulls to the 2 Smashers, they will be knocked off the bridge. So far enough to kill them. Again, granted plenty of experience from each. Those again, the players will simply need to jump back to the meditation point, respawn enemies again, and repeat the pattern again. Which is really fucking annoying. You ever get that feeling like you want to do something, but you want to have the fucking experience points, but then if you fucking mess up, you have to repeat the fucking pattern? That's exactly what it does. Exactly. Okay, so even in the later part of the game, the method can produce 1 skill point every minute or so. So it's made even easier for invest in force pull skills. The attunement to the skill, the raised cow's force meter. By finding and equipping the helpful perks such as wisdom. Yes, Jedis need wisdom. And again, this perk increases experience provided by defeating enemies, which can be gained by collecting and trading the data disc collectibles, which are special collectibles you can trade. The halls of Ranvel and Jeddah provide a plethora of stormtroopers to easily defeat. Another method to quick experience farming is found in Halls of Ranvel, which is an area on the planet Jeddah. Again, they say players will have to come to the Halls of Ranvel area during the main story, so they'll likely have to remember to unlock the meditation point while on that area. They'll also have to come back to do the farming method at any point of time in the game. Again, next to the Halls of Ranvel meditation point, there's a lower ledge above a bottomless cliff. Roughly about 10 or so stormtroopers standing on that ledge. By using force push, players can shove nearly all those stormtroopers off of the cliff in a matter of seconds. Return to the meditation point, respawn them all, and repeat the process again. Don't you fucking hate that? You have to fucking kill them and kill them and kill them and kill them and kill them on a repeat? Yeah, that's exactly what you have to fucking do. So again, one of the stormtroopers, however, is a heavy gunner, so therefore it's harder to defeat compared to the rest of them. So many of the players have to have a different method taken to ignore them in the favor of faster reset times. Okay? The method again can be, of course, the improved upgrade to the force push and attunement ability, as well as the wisdom perks, which build many experience points to the Bedlam Smashers do, so this method could be quite slower to the Fort K1 method. But again, the trade-off is much easier to accomplish with that. Ultimately, it's up to the player to choose which method works better for them. Subscribe to the newsletter. Related topics are games, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Star Wars, and about the offer. You can have 134 articles were published based on this topic. Again, guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts about Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Do you really think you should invest your money into that game? Even if it's for like PS4 or Xbox One or fucking Xbox Series X or fucking anything like that, you know? So let me know if you're gonna play, if you've played or you plan on playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about asking for it for Christmas. I think I might ask my parents to get it for me for Christmas. Because chances are, if I get the game on Christmas, they'll have a big sale on the game. So hopefully, it probably won't be as much if I ordered it off, say, Amazon. Or if I find it something lower. If I find it somewhere below the $50, $60 prices, I should be able to find it fairly affordably. Well, if I go on Amazon to order the game versus having to go to the fucking Walmart to buy it. Because why the fuck would you go to Walmart on the fucking Christmas holiday to buy a game which is normally about $54, $64 when you can get it on a big sale when you can get it online? Honestly, going online and buying your video games is a much smarter route than buying them at the store. Take it from me, my parents have bought all my video games online. So if you buy video games online, just do it that way instead of having to go to the fucking store. Because why the fuck would you want to hassle with some asshole who probably doesn't know his left from his right, when you honestly should just order and buy your games online. You just buy your games online. Don't buy them at the fucking store. Don't be the fucking idiot who waits behind 7 or 8 fucking people at Christmas time waiting for the same fucking game behind some sleazy sleazeballs saying, you know, fuck them. Fuck people who are in the way. You should just, honestly, like I just said, buy your video games on the internet. Buy your video games on the internet Get them shipped to your door, and then you just play them. Just play them, okay? That's the big takeaway from Star Wars Jedi Survivor, or just pretty much any fucking game you want to play. Alright? Buy your fucking games on the internet. Do not buy them. Do not buy them at the store. Buy them on the internet from Amazon. It's a lot fucking easier, too. So, I take that from experience, because if you buy a video game on Amazon, you're more likely to get it a lot more affordably better than, said, going to the fucking store. Alright? So, that's just my advice to you. If you buy video games, do not go to the store. Just buy them off the internet and just get them mailed to you. It's a lot more easier. It's a lot more fucking easier. You know, it's a lot easier. Alright? So again, you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you later.